very good evening to every one of you here tonight. And it's quite excited to be here tonight, and a little bit nervous because I never expect that I would present in my hometown. Yeah. So a little bit about me. My name is David. I come from Cebu. Yeah, obviously. So currently, I already graduated from Bachelor of Architecture in UTM like 2 months ago. And now I'm working in Sheshan Design, which is based in KL. Anyone know where is Sheshan Design? Heard of Mr. Ramesh? Yeah, he's my boss, technically. So it's kind of challenging to work in this firm because there's a lot of things I never learned from my school. So Samo is a quite fast-paced company, so I have to catch up really fast. But however, the harder it gets, the more I learn. This is what I said. In order for you to learn fast, you have to get out of comfort zone. So today I'm here to present to you, to share a little bit about my project that I've presented in LYDA 2016, and also share a little bit of my journeys and experience during the competitions. So before I entered to this competition, I'm not quite active in some kind of architecture programs like competition or events like workshops. So to me, as long as I can finish my project on time and submit on time, and it's already good enough. But until one day, I received 2 tickets, speeding tickets, or aka speeding fine or saman. So yeah, and 2 tickets in one day, and it costs a lot of money. And also because of this, it brought me to this competition. Yeah, to be frank, at first it's also because of the prize that attracts me. So I make sure I work really hard to at least entitle for the top 10 finalists. But however, when I really entered to this competition, I realized that all my perception about this competition was wrong. It's not just about winning project and get the prize. It's more than just that. Actually, it's all about the journey, the progress, and the experience I got. So, yeah, you can see, you even can meet with all the people, the designer from different schools, and also those who are already in the field, especially interior architects or interior designers. So you gain a lot of exposure there, actually. So you even have the chance to present your works and also share with all the selected work presented by the students all over the schools. So yeah, you get a lot of exposure, and from that, you get constructive feedback from these professionals that eventually builds up your design skills and also your design maturities. And yeah, that's me presenting. And also, don't know how to use this. It's okay. And also, on top of that, I also get the opportunity to join the learning program in Yogyakarta. And the outcome is very resourceful. Although I didn't win the Platinum Award, but I am quite satisfied enough because I get to gain a lot of exposure there and also makes a lot of friends and also designers from all over the countries. So that's me presenting there. And on the second day, we also get a chance to visit Borobudur, one of the great wonders in Indonesia. Yeah, it was a very amazing experience there. So my advice to every one of you who are still studying, it's good to get involved in this kind of activities like competition or even workshops. So if you really get into this kind of things, you will realize there's a lot of things which you will discover is just more than just studios. And at least that's what I realized. So yeah. So today, I'm going to share with you also the project that I have presented in this competition, which is this building. It's actually an academic building, which is located in my university. And basically, it serves like a platform for the heritage study. It's like a research center. So the client is Kalam, a research center in our Faculty of Alam Bena. So the intention is to study and to document the heritage building across the Malaysia and also in Southeast Asia. So the intention is to preserve, conserve, and to restore the heritage building, but at the same time to educate the public about the importance of our heritage buildings and eventually want to bring it to the architecture in the present. But sadly, it has not really been widely practiced in our architecture nowadays. So therefore, there comes my idea of doing this kind of design, like why not we combine the vernacular element in the architecture style of the present, which is a more contemporary styles. Therefore, here comes the mixture between the vernacular and the contemporary. And this is based on the ideation to present out a kind of spirit of time and the spirit of place, where the time represents the current technologies, the current styles, current design language, and the place represents the local culture that makes the building reflects Malaysia identity, at the same time still respond to the local climate. So basically that's about the concept. And now I bring you to the site, which this is the site that locate within the institutional compound, which inside the UTM compound. And obviously you can see it's surrounded by all the green natural features. And you have shady area on the left. And bottom we have beautiful lake view and a reflective greenery area. And also have a beautiful sunset views. So yeah, and this basically is the activities area during the evening. So the building has been categorized into few sections. First of all is the administration, the resource center, and on top of that is the measure drawing studios. And this area are more likely to be the working space. So somehow it reflects the dapol in a traditional architecture where it separates from the main building. Mainly it's because of privacy and for the safety. And this building has been oriented facing toward to the greenery to maximize the view as well. And this area is more on the recreational area. It's like a Sarambi in traditional house where people can hang around, sitting here, enjoy the views. And you can see it's actually like protrude out facing to the water bodies. It's like a floating board, enjoying to the view outside there. So this is the view that you'll see when you come to the building. So it's like you can see the openness and the dynamic that inviting visitors come to the building. And also you can see the mixture between the materials and also the dynamicness that makes the building fix into the natural context. And this is the open lobby before entering to the main building. So there's a transition space where it separates between the public and the private, and also the openness and the enclosedness that makes the building tell itself which area is more private, which one is more public. And this is the main studio. This is the measure drawing studio for students to conduct their research and also conduct a workshop. You can see the ceiling height that define the importance of space, and also you can see there's used a lot of perforated panels and also the operable windows to maximize all the ventilation and the lighting. At the same time, you still can have beautiful view toward the outside. And you can see how the material, the timber material mixed between the raw concrete and the steel that enhance the atmospheric qualities. So one of the features that I'm using here is, instead of using the solid wall, I'll try to replace it to the change of levels. This is because to maximize the airflow. Example, from this section you can see all of these important space are divided through the change of levels and also ventilated partition instead of solid wall to enhance the ventilation. At the same time, still cares about the privacy of each space. So there's a void at the center that allows cross and stack ventilation as well. So it's quite common themes, but it really works if you really treat the design carefully. So this is another section where you can see how the voids. So there's quite a lot of void that goes through all the area to allow stack ventilation as well. So one of the features that I derive from a traditional architecture is also the operable windows. So this window is not just only can flip on the horizontal, but also on the vertically. So it is quite adaptive in case of the raining. It will like flexible, adapt to the raining. So eventually you can just close the panel and open the louvers. And also with the aid of technologies, it can be some kind of mechanism and motorized. So in this context, it can make it more, enhance the workability and functionalities of itself. So this is how it looks on the facade, which the functionality also plays a role in creating a very dynamic facade. So basically, these are open view toward to the greenery areas. And lastly is the roof. What makes every traditional house unique? One of the features is because of the roof. As you can see, when you really study about traditional architecture, you will understand which this traditional house from. Is from Negeri Sembilan or from Kelantan, is just by looking on the roof. So I'm trying to bring this kind of idea into the design by translating the roof into the modern context, using the modern architecture language that is sort of tweaked and still remain the geometry of the triangle, but rectangle, but somehow treated to become a more dynamic form. So it's more on like a contemporary style, which is more dynamics, and also because of the technology itself, they allow a bigger span. Therefore, you can see all the span, and also the openings that open toward to the view, and the overhang is like for sun shading. Yeah, so basically that's about the design. So